You've made more misstatements in a shorter period of time than I have ever heard.
Please. To the people of Starbucks. And so anyone who keeps labeling this billionaire thing, it's...
Mr. Schultz,
We have seen a major transformation in the retail sector during the last few years. Challenges like online purchasing, shifting consumer preferences, and a revolution in digital commerce are forcing traditional brick-and-mortar retailers to adapt. But who knew that the powerful Starbucks has been feeling the heat too in the middle of all of this commotion? Stick with us till the end, guys, as we break down the downfall of Starbucks. Starbucks, the largest coffee business in the world, is currently closing hundreds of locations for a variety of reasons, so things don't seem good. In addition to numerous sites reporting dismal financial performances for years, some store concepts are simply no longer viable. Franchisees are filing for bankruptcy, and analysts warn mounting labor unrest and leadership uncertainty make company stock a poor investment. Due to a confluence of all of these challenges, the coffee shop chain is currently closing all of its locations in one American city. It turns out that Starbucks' troubles are much more intricate than people realize, and even CEO Howard Schultz claims that the business has lost its direction. We look into the issues that are clearly gravely affecting the coffee sellers industry in 2023 and how they might eventually cause Starbucks to collapse in the months to come. This summer, the Seattle Times reported that your neighborhood Starbucks may close its doors as Starbucks plans to close hundreds of locations in 2023 for a variety of reasons. After closing approximately the same number of locations in the state a year ago, citing identical concerns, Starbucks is closing about 20 outlets in the state owing to rising theft, safety issues, and dwindling foot traffic. The outlet also noted dozens of closures in 6 states, including 6 in Chattanooga, Tennessee, 6 in Nashville, Tennessee, 4 in the vicinity of Universal Studios in Florida, and an unknown number in Louisville and Bowling Green, Kentucky, all caused by persistent underperformance and declining sales. Additionally, a corporate spokeswoman stated that Ithaca will be losing all of its locations. According to Insider, there have been problems with staff at the stores. The company sent in a note claiming there were more than 900 partner absences. There were more than 900 partner absences over the last 8 months. But staff have complained about conditions at the store, with workers at the College Avenue store even going on strike. At one point, somewhat identical circumstances resulted in the closure of facilities in DuPage, Illinois, Fresno, and Detroit, Michigan. Additionally, Starbucks closed a Union store in Cleveland Circle in Boston, which the company said would close in March owing to plumbing problems. Our location is an unusual circumstance because we were scheduled to have renovations done in August of last year, according to Willow, Montana, the Cleveland Circle Starbucks shift manager, who spoke to local news outlet WGBH about their belief that the shutting may be more than it appears on the surface. They repeatedly postponed those renovations. The shift manager added that this is a problem that we've had in the past, and Starbucks has been aware of it. Montana stated that during the time they were pushing the date, we had started experiencing plumbing issues where too much flushing of toilets would cause dirty water to back up into the floor drains and onto the floor, forcing us to close for several days at a time. Montana underlined that other shops are closing down as a result of franchise owners filing for bankruptcy, citing Starbucks bug shops in Aspen, Colorado, and Philadelphia as examples. Due to problems with a non-payment of millions of dollars in fees, Pennsylvania executives claimed that franchisee Manhattan Capital violated the agreement to pay 7% of the store's monthly gross revenue and a 1% advertising fee to Starbucks. Starbucks sued Manhattan Capital, which later declared bankruptcy under Chapter 11, claiming that it was unable to pay the loan because of a lack of cash flow. As a result, all of Manhattan Capital's Starbucks locations are in the process of permanently closing their brick-and-mortar retail locations. Starbucks has already closed 150 locations in the US this year, and we are starting to close stores, according to interim CEO Howard Schultz in a video shared on Twitter. Over the next 12 months, there will be many more store closings, he added. There are currently approximately 9,000 company-operated Starbucks locations in the nation, down from 11,300 in 2020, as a result of Starbucks closing 424 company-operated cafes in the US, or about 5% of its total. Due to supply chain problems, pandemic inflation, and shortages of essential ingredients and materials, the company has experienced a $3.2 billion loss in sales over the past 2 years. This is a concerning number, given that the company's most recent balance sheet, which was published in February 2023, revealed total debt to be $14.93 billion. The coffee shop's new change tactic is similar to how most merchants pass on higher pricing to customers in order to offset these losses. The retailer has increased prices by about 5% over the past quarter, citing higher operational car and coffee prices in the global market. In fact, coffee grounders have struggled for the past year because of extreme weather and crop failures in 2022, and that's been reflected in supply chain right now. Starting on July 12th, all Starbucks drinks will cost 30 cents more. At this point, consumers, especially loyal regular customers, do not want to hear about yet another price increase. With their favorite beverages off the menu and higher prices forcing some customers to skip their usual trip to Starbucks, pressure is on the coffee chain. According to financial analysts at Motley Fool, these were the same factors that caused Starbucks stock to lose 40% of its value in 2022. Leadership uncertainty is another reason why the retailer is currently a good investment. When Howard Schultz took over the business in the late 1980s, there were just 20 stores. By the time he initially stood down from the position in 2000, the business had expanded to 2,500 outlets. Schultz returned to the position during the 2008 financial crisis, saving the chain once more and guiding it to its subsequent phase of growth, before departing once more in 2017. After former CEO Kevin Johnson stepped down in April 2022, Schultz was once more thrust into the CEO role. He had been there whenever Starbucks had a problem over the years. However, Schultz decided to leave the position in April 2023, giving Laxman Narasimhan the opportunity to address the company's problems. Despite Narasimhan's years of experience on the boards of PepsiCo and Lysol, making him the ideal candidate, stockholders weren't too happy about the quick changes in leadership, especially at a time when Starbucks is navigating rough waters. Since these things could take time to settle and Starbucks' stock may remain volatile in the interim, don't rush to buy shares. Patience may be rewarded in this situation. We have to be honest about what happened and what we learned, and that was a disease that entered the company in 2008, and it was this hubris in which the company was chasing, measuring, and rewarding the wrong things. The comments made by the now former CEO Howard Schultz before he left the position revealed that something was really wrong with the way Starbucks had been conducting his business in recent years. The saddest part is that American consumers will be the biggest losers of this story, as they will eventually lose their favorite coffee shops due to severe mismanagement and a lack of respect with its employees and the general public. Starbucks has undoubtedly contributed to the development of American culture. It's just a shame we're now witnessing the demise of this great retailer. And with that, we end today's video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.